So critical thinking is a very complex training. I actually don't call it training. I call it a workshop because there's so many factors, that goes into the workshop. So I heard Lizzie earlier mention self-realization. We heard empowerment to, and it all factors in as well. To me, critical thinking workshop and three projects have already reached out for a similar session. We have two major components. The first one, which, if you ask me, is the most difficult to hit, is really the self realization part that Lizzie has mentioned. It's making sure that the agents really care about their customers, and that for me is the harder one to hit, because as you know, it's very easy, not easy, but it sometimes happens that agents become very transactional. That becomes very robotic in their approach, and we got to hit that as early as possible. And the way to do that is to go back to the roles, make them realize what the role is, why are they there in the first place, and how much power they have in resolving a customer's concern. Because if we don't hit that part right there, there's no care for the customers, the critical thinking workshop is not going to work. So they
Yeah, I
have
think
to
that's
care
so.
first.
Yeah, no, that's so interesting because I was just talking to a CEO earlier today who talked about how he hires for customer support agents, and he says he wants to find people who have the natural inclination to not just respond, but to actually improve that person's day. So that
Exactly.
you're not just there to do a job. It's not just transactional. You actually genuinely want to help this person.
Exactly, exactly. And you mentioned it. It's just even making a customer very happy, even though you can't really do anything. You, it's as if you've done everything you could, even if the protocol would not let you, even if the process would not let you. That kind of care is what we're looking for in critical thinking workshop. So that's one piece. The other piece is really good product knowledge, because really the confidence comes in
Yeah.
if they know how to look at a problem from different angles. If they know how to look at a problem from different angles, they know the right questions to ask, they know how to probe, and they know how to get to the right root cause of the problem. It can, the product knowledge can come from the knowledge based articles. It's really the efficiency of training. But one technique that we use in our workshop is, I call it a day in the life of a QA. It's sort of like empowering the agents as well, wherein we present to them multiple sample tickets. The more complex the ticket is, the better. And we don't say anything. We don't say this is a bad ticket, this is a good ticket. We just show them tickets, and we have them assess it, and take a look at what are the things that did well in this ticket, what are the things that could have been improved. And that is the whole point of a day in the life of a QA, because you sort of empower them, because now they look at it from a different angle. And the more that you build this habit of them looking at transaction and looking, maybe we could have done it this way. You could use a different script here. The
Yeah.
more we train them and build that habit and apply it in their own transactions.
Yeah, yeah. So building that habit of thinking, how could we make this better? What could we
Yes.
do? What can we do to make this customer's experience better?